Welcome to the Lone Wolfer Garage year-end review.
Apologies make lousy parachutes.
And oh boy, and oh my gods, has it been a doozy of a year. Epic in some proportions, not so epic in others. The year started off as it has pretty much the same for the past 6 years in the wintertime, where I am a high school wrestling coach. So yeah, if you don't know that, one of my passions is wrestling, and I am the coach of a wrestling team here in New England. And during the wintertime, not a whole lot of riding gets done, but a whole lot of projects in the garage get done when I have time. The coaching actually takes up about 40 hours of my free time, so it's kind of hard to make extra free time when, I do need to sleep every once in a while. But this year also saw me taking on the role of assistant lacrosse coach at the same school where I coach wrestling. Little did I know how much I would actually love the sport. I didn't play lacrosse in high school, didn't really ever follow the sport, but they needed somebody. And I guess once wrestling season over, I had 40 hours of free time. But lacrosse season started right around the same time that riding season did. However, the gods had different plans for me and required I get hiatal hernia surgery. That put me on my back for a couple days, kept me out of riding for a few weeks, and wasn't able to actually do a longer trip until June, when the She-Wolfer and I finally hit up Americade. All in all, it was a good trip. It started off pretty crappy. Michelle, our 2009 Nightster, developed a flat tire about an hour into the trip near Springfield, Massachusetts. So yeah, there was about a 3 or 4 hour, side quest there to find a new tube for her. Luckily, there was a shop in Springfield, or actually right outside of Springfield. Can't remember the name of the town, but it was one of those just little hole in the wall shops in a warehouse complex, and the guy treated us very well. The place that we stayed, the Inn of Lake George, what a wonderful place to stay. The folks who run that are just absolutely amazing. I'm not saying that you'd get special treatment if you mention the Lone Wolfer or the She-Wolfer, but they are friends of ours, and we really hope that if you are going to Americade, you will consider patronizing their establishment. They have a wonderful little bar, and they have amazing rooms. They're right there on the main strip. They're about a 5-minute walk from where you have to pay to go in to see the vendors. And this is where we find ourselves saying that it was a good trip all around, but it was not a great experience at Americade. They do not have enough information on their website. The people who are volunteering to work there, I understand they're volunteers, but they're charging money to get in, so they should be paying these people something. And if they're not paying the people something, they're not going to actually know all the information they need to know, because no one knew anything. Like, literally no one knew jack shit, unless you were actually going to the demo rides or the vendors who were there. They all knew about their products, but all the people that were volunteering and working for it, they were just not good. Terrible at giving directions. They were terrible at letting you know what time things were open, the different prices at different times, because if you go before 9 a.m., it's like $25-$30. If you go after 9 a.m., it's like $5 or $10 or something like that. And that's the thing. I got so many different numbers. I was just annoyed. So yeah, Americade, not for me. I am not a fan. I will probably go up to Lake George again, not only because I have friends that live up there, but because it is beautiful riding. Now, that part was great. Great lunch down on the water. I can't remember the actual name of the place, but I'll show a video here of that. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Got a lot of demo rides in once we shelled out the cash to get into the demo rides. So if you are looking for demo rides and you don't mind paying and dealing with that, there are just multiple manufacturers there, between Harley Davidson, Indian, Triumph, CF Moto was there, but I didn't get to ride of them. Honda was there. I believe Kawasaki was there, and there were like 1 or 2 other manufacturers, but I can't really remember right now. Brain, I've been hit in the head so many times. Next up, though, was Laconia Bike Week. And oh boy, was this an epic ride. The wonderful gentlemen who are Anthony C. Roberson and Scooterwolf rode up from their respective cities in Tennessee and down in New Jersey to spend the night here at the Lone Wolfer Garage before we took on the epic trip up to Laconia. They definitely ran into some issues on the way up here. Not only rain, but also getting taken in by Bear Mountain and getting kind of like turned around, and 5-hour ride turned into like 11 hours for them. But they got an epic ride out of it. And then on the way up there, we saw some sprinkles, but no rain, just gray skies. But oh boy, this year decided that it was going to dump loads and loads and loads of water on us. And yeah, it was rough when it came to the weather, but the place that we were staying at was really nice. We did get to, go on our turd wolf hunt. We didn't quite find the turd wolf, but I think he found us a couple times. Not only dealing us some low tire pressure in some tires, but rattling some mufflers loose and throwing some pretty serious weather at us. I will have more videos on Laconia Bike Week coming out shortly, I hope. Again, I'm a high school wrestling coach, and I am in the middle of my season right now. And when free time is at a minimum, you kind of just gotta, pick and choose which things you're gonna work on. One of those things that I have been working a whole hell of a lot more on is writing. I am a published novelist, and I've been working on a brand new whip, as we call in the profession, a work in progress. And I hope to have that finished actually by March or so of next year. And I might actually have something else finished before then that I've been working on for about, 8 years. And I'll have that one out maybe in chapter format on Amazon under their Kindle Vella platform, which you put out either chapters or serialized excerpts of a piece. And I think I'm going to use that platform for the one I am basically finished with, and then the one that I'm finishing up in March, I might do the same thing, depending on how well my experiment goes. If you have never checked out my t-shirt line, sweatshirt line, and other types of shirt paraphernalia, you might want to check that out, either wolfexmachina.com, or just go into Amazon and type in Wolf Ex Machina, and you might find something there, or down in the links below, I'll have some stuff for you if you want to actually explore those things. I would love that support, as that, keeps me employed of the self variety, so I don't have to go into an office and punch a clock. Really is better for everyone, because no one likes working with me in an office. So another thing that I kind of came up with this year is this here. There's actually a USB microphone on the inside. I'll show a blasted view of what this all looks like apart. And for shits and giggles, I put the cord back on, but I cut the end off of it because I thought it'd be funny. And I'm hoping actually to implement this more off bike. That's one of the things that I'm actually looking to do more of in the coming year, is less on bike stuff and more off bike stuff. I actually really would like to start interviewing more people, preferably on the fly. Not sure if I'm going to set up interviews, so to say. I think I might just stop by places and then see if people will actually let me interview them. I think people who aren't prepared can be a whole lot more entertaining at times. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I got my microphone, I got some wheels, and I've got a camera. So why not go shove in people's faces and see how they react? So beyond that, I really haven't done anything really epic when it comes to riding. A whole lot of just 2-3 hour trips around Connecticut, going to different places. Found myself going to places and they were closed a lot. People have weird hours and they don't like to update them on Google or their website. And I find that strange. I don't know. It's pretty easy to update that stuff. And, if you want business, why not make sure that people know when they can come? But anyways, that's not my problem. That's a them problem. I had money. They didn't want it that day. I have spent far too much time at Mike's Famous Harley Davidson. Not that it's a bad place. It's actually a wonderful place. It's an old Coca-Cola bottling factory that they turned into a showroom. And It has tons and tons of bikes. I love going out there just to look to see what kind of inventory they have. I am setting up a goal for myself, though, to be much more consistent. I really want to do at least one vlog and one short every week, starting the first week of January. Everyone says that consistency is key for the algorithm on YouTube, and I've never been able to really be consistent because A, I'm flighty, and B, I lose my creative edge quite a lot, and my fire isn't quite lit all the time for the same thing. So, like in the past couple of months, I've been focusing on a book, and I've written about probably 40,000 words for that so far. I'm almost at 50,000, so I had some stuff done before that. But it was an idea that I wasn't quite ready to work on when I was younger, because I actually had the idea when I was 25, and it took some maturity to actually work on the subject. I also believe my abilities as a writer have come to a point where I'm ready, and the story will be best served with those abilities now, and they wouldn't have been when I was younger. I am going to buckle down. I'm going to make a schedule, and I'm going to put it in the calendar, and I plan on having, again, one short and one vlog every single week. And the short thing is going to be pretty nice because I can then take that and put that on Instagram and TikTok and kind of like hit multiple platforms with it. And if you are not following me on TikTok and or Instagram, you should go do that. If you hit my profile, you can find the links to those there. I believe I'm, just the lone wolfer on both those, but I don't even remember. I'll put some words on the screen saying that. And yeah, it's today is the winter solstice, so it is the shortest day of the year concerning daylight, and I really felt like I needed to get something done, and this is it. This is what I'm going to do. Have a wonderful, safe New Year. Rock on.